The Library is Hungry, written by ShadowAcolyte from the Creepypasta website.
Most towns have a library. They're public buildings, institutions of knowledge and fantasy. The books held within are almost sacred. Librarians and their assistants, the priests and acolytes of knowledge and lore. Some libraries, however, are not public. They hold forbidden secrets and untold stories. Congratulations, reader. This is your invitation. Welcome to the Library of Shadows.
I was always interested in literature, marveling at writers creating entire worlds in the form of text on a page. Literature was my escape, and as a child, I spent huge amounts of time in the local library. I read everything I could get my hands on, filling my head with facts, theories, and countless stories. I read about great wars between magical races. I read of mankind traveling among the stars. I read of human technology with no understanding of what it could mean. I was always driven by a thirst for more. It wasn't until college that I discovered the library. I earned my invitation in college. It was Halloween, and instead of partying with my classmates, I was at the university library reading. I had a Kindle, but there really wasn't any replacement for a real pulp and ink book. I'd sit there for hours, intoxicated by the slightly musty smell of pages waiting to be turned. The reverent silence of the library was a welcome break from the long days of lectures and homework. Library staff would clear the building out at 10, starting on the top floor of the building, sweeping for undergrads cramming last second for tomorrow morning's test, or grad students desperately researching for their doomed thesis project. When the librarians came around, they'd beg. "Just another hour," they'd cry. "Please?" But the reply was always the same. "The library is closing now. You're welcome to come back tomorrow." But not me. I respected the library. Instead of begging for more time, I would simply ask the librarians if I could bookmark my page and have them hold the book for me overnight. Always, they would smile and say yes. This night was no different. As I packed my bag and headed outside into the crisp autumn air, leaves crunching underfoot, I plugged in my headphones and turned on some music. Looking up, I noticed the moon, full but half covered by clouds. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Time to return to my classmates, I thought. I took the stoner path through the woods back to the dorms. I'm happier when I can extend my isolation for just a few more moments. The woods were dark, and the canopy thick with pine needles and maple leaves. Occasionally, a beam of moonlight squeezed its way through to light my path. Before long, I realized my walk is taking longer than usual. Looking around, not recognizing any of the trees around me, I noticed a light in the distance. That must be the dorms. I was so busy blocking out the world that I lost the path and very nearly got lost myself. I headed in the direction of the light. Several minutes later, I stopped walking and turned off the music, straining to hear the sound of late-night debauchery from the dorms. I hear nothing. The light is closer, but I realize I'm lost. This part of the woods is eerily silent, and the moon no longer penetrates the dense tree cover. I am completely and utterly alone. Still, I walk towards the light, knowing how to make it back to campus. I check my watch. 10:45. It's getting late. Finally, I'm able to make out the shape of a building. It's 3 stories tall, with worn stone steps leading up to 5 arches. Behind them is a single caged light over a set of tall double doors made of smooth dark wood and held together with 2-inch thick iron bands. It looks heavy and hangs on sturdy looking hinges. There's an iron knocker on each door in the shape of a snarling dragon's head. I raise my hand and knock 3 times. The sound of metal on wood is loud and hollow. I hear it echo beyond the door. No answer. As I'm about to give up, the door opens inward, soundlessly. My hair stands on end. Before me lays an empty hallway with a large circular desk illuminated by a single hanging light. I can just about make out the shape of a person sitting at the desk. I call out tentatively. Hello? Before I can finish speaking, my ears are assaulted by a loud shushing noise that seems to emanate from the walls. I wince. My voice echoes. The shushing does not. I approach the desk, the sound of my slightly damp sneakers squeaking on the floor my only companion. The voice that lives in the back of my head wishes I'd kept my music playing. The person sitting at the desk looks up. She's a severe-looking older lady, her gray hair pulled back in a tight bun. She's wearing silver-rimmed half-moon glasses on a fine silver chain. "Can I help you?" She sounds annoyed, as if my presence has interrupted an important task. I manage to stammer. "Yes, I think I'm lost. How can I get back to campus?" Her expression shifts to amused. "Oh, it's your first time, I see." I'm shaking. I realize the air around me is cold enough that I can see my breath. The receptionist makes a note in a ledger I can't see. "Welcome to the Library of Shadows." The words hang in the air for a moment. The what? I just really need to get back to campus. Is there a phone here? Do you know where we even are? I check my watch again. 11:15. Shit! Sensing movement behind me, I look over my shoulder and catch a glimpse of the door shutting. My heart starts racing. Soft, diffuse light rises behind the desk, exposing the back of the building. Immediately behind the receptionist's desk, a grand staircase made of stone and carpeted in a deep purple carpet trimmed with silver rises 15 feet high to the second floor landing. Behind that, row upon row of bookshelves stand tall, filled with books. Hooded figures meander between the shelves in silence. Some are pushing carts filled with books to be returned to the shelves, others browsing the shelves. One or two are sitting, propped against a bookshelf, reading. A warmth begins to radiate throughout my body, starting at my chest. I feel like I've been welcomed home. The receptionist speaks again, a softer voice this time. She repeats herself. "Welcome to the Library of Shadows." She hands me a black metal card with silver text on it. It reads, "Welcome to the library." On the back is a silver book icon with a circle on the cover. "This is your library card. Anytime you need the library, go for a walk and place your thumb in that circle. Feel free to explore, but be careful in the basement. Remember, the library is always hungry."